How to quickly remap incoming MIDI controller CC messages to control things in a very different way. So you can see I'm moving this fader up here, but my mapped track volume is going down, and this all happening via this device, fully customizable, so I could add more points and create different curves here if I want to, if I need to. So you can fully customize how your dial or fader MIDI CC control coming from a controller should react and should control a parameter in Ableton Live. Hi, I'm Toby from abletondrummer.com. I create Max for Live devices. You will need Max for Live to make use of those devices, and Max for Live is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. Then you need to get my device. Follow the link in the video description. I'm now gonna explain how you can rescale MIDI CC to customize MIDI CC data and values towards your needs. So obviously you first need to get my device here and you need to place it on a MIDI track. So I'm not using the native MIDI map function here in Ableton Live. I'm using a direct in MIDI map function, which means I'm receiving MIDI messages from my nano control to here into a track. So I need to make sure I need to switch on. You need to make sure that you have switched on your track in for your nano control in your MIDI preferences. Then you are able to select this here. You set the monitor to in, and then you can see already here on the indicators that you are receiving MIDI here. Okay, so now you need to tell the device which MIDI CC you are sending. So for example, if we switch this one on to receive MIDI CC, so I'm now moving this here and I need to hit S and then move my controller, my fader or my knob. Both would work if they are sending MIDI CC data from 0 to 127. So, and then it automatically detects, you can see that here, if I'm using a different fader, it will automatically detect on which MIDI number this fader is sending its values. So I can now switch on the monitor here and I get a monitor in and out. In is green, out is red, and I can see the values here and I can see a red dot and a green line. So this is all set up to go linear now, and now I can just go to the different dots here. So you got two red dots hidden under here. I need to go onto the dots and then I can change what my CC data should be converted to. So if I want to start at a higher value, for example, if I don't want to go down to 0 all the way, this could be something I could set up. So if you, for example, have an effect, and let's map this real quick now. So we hit map on the device, we go to the parameter we want to control, we hit map, and now you can see when I'm moving my fader all the way up, it's going all the way up, but if I'm going all the way down, it will stop at this point here, which is 50, and sending this value here. So it's not going all the way down. So your values here are MIDI values, which are 128 steps, 0 up to 127. So if you want to go to the half of it, you need to set it to 64, for example, and then you are right at the half of 128, 64. Cool. So, well, actually it would be 63.5 if I'm right. 60, 67, yeah. 66, it would be 67. 64 is fine to use for now. So obviously this is just one example to show you like how to set this up. Let's create something here where we say, well, actually we wanted to move not only between 2 points, we want to add more points, and I prepared an effect here, which is the one knob fade to gray. just so you can hear that. If we play that a little, let me put on my headphones. So we got this beat here, and this is the effect happening here when I dial in on this macro control here. It's a factory preset, fade to gray. It's in your library, so if you like this effect, you will have it on your Ableton Live installation. So now let's say I want this to control a different, or this knob, so I need to go to the device, I need to remap it, so I need to hit X. Let me just quickly show you. So I need to hit X to delete the binding I had here. I hit map, I go to the parameter I want to control, I touch it. So now if I'm going back, you are able to hear if I'm sending the right, this one is the right fader, if I'm selecting the right fader, that this is already controlling it. And obviously that's not very musical, so I want to control it in a certain way. I want the controller not to go all the way down, but not go all the way up. And I want it to have a few more breakpoints here where it should move to. So let's hit reset once. So we are starting from fresh. Let's turn off the monitor to get rid of all the monitor values we had in here. So we wanted to stay at the bottom, but we want to add another point, and I hit add point. I just click anywhere, and then I deselect add point here again, so I'm not going to create accidentally another point. So I can go to this point here now and say, well, I want this to go up a little bit faster. So this would be normal, and then if I move that up, the first part here, if we have the monitor on, you can see it's going up more values. The in value is 5, the out value would be 32. Okay, and then I don't want this to go all the way up, so let's change. If I click on the top here, I don't want this to go all the way up, but maybe I want this to be going up a little bit slower. So I can even add more points here, or I could apply a curve between 2 points if I hit option. Once I'm between 2 points, if I hit option, and I can now click drag up and down with my mouse and create this curve here, and maybe set it like this and move it a little bit more up. So this is how detailed you can go here. That is not even that detailed, but you can see now again, if I select the right fader here, so if we have a listen, so when I move my fader, it's going up quite a lot at the beginning, even if I'm only going there, but I want the fade to gray effect to get in real quick, but then have a little bit more time to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and have this reset like this as well. So this is the MIDI CC Rescale Curve device. Here you can get this for, just follow the link in the video description below. Make sure to turn off the monitor when you're using this live. I mean, it will work fine, but it's just like if you probably don't need the monitor once you have set things up. You can as well send the changed CC messages you are routing in here. You can send them out as well. This means if you want to control things, and we can see this, something is coming out now via the indicator. We can see this, that there is a yellow dot here, so there are values being sent out. So if you want to send this data out to your synths, for example, if you need a different CC message scaling, value scaling here, you can use that device as well. Just turn on the CC out, and then the changed CC will get sent out here as well. Okay, so that's from me for today. Thanks a lot for your attention, and take care.